Ready for a no meat, no egg, no dairy, fast, low cost, little energy to make, great tasting meal? Then let's make one. Hello, dinner time. This is going to be a total experiment, although part of it I've done before. So I do have a video out where I use the double tortilla for a pizza base. It's very common. I use it a lot. This one's going to be a little bit different. So this is going to be a teriyaki pizza it's going to have this plant-based. It's called F, which is this stuff right here. This ground plant-based, supposed to be like ground hamburger. So it smells really good. I'm going to see how it works and see what happens. But what I'm going to do is first I'm going to steam these. I've got some summer squash and some zucchini. And that I'm going to steam along with my oyster mushrooms. So I'm going to kind of slice these up so they lay down on the pizza real nice. So they're not too, stems and all with oysters are just fantastic. So I kind of cut them back at a bias a little bit like that. It's different than the button type mushrooms where you can get sort of like even slices out. These are a little more difficult to get in a form you can use them, but that's okay. They're still good and they still have a great texture and everything else. I love the texture of these. They're fantastic. And there's still plenty of mushroom-looking mushrooms here, so it's just really great. So I'm going to steam these all together. So the zucchini and the summer squash go in. I'm going to put a little bit of water at the bottom, and that'll create the steam up underneath, and I'll just drain that off afterward. And that's just so you don't over beat up the vegetables or the mushrooms themselves. And it's just going to be a few minutes in the microwave only, just to soften everything, and that way it'll be better. So it's almost like, you're not going to put, well, I mean, I've done it a lot too. Tomatoes cook real easy because there's a lot of water in them. So I've done slices of Roma tomato on and just baked it, and it comes out really good as well. I mean, I made probably 2,000 pizzas. So I'm going to put this in the microwave and get this steamed and softened. And then I'm going to be prepping this. Now this is a teriyaki pizza with this ground, or what they call it, BF, BF, so like beef. And I've got some onion and I've got some cilantro. And that's going to go on. So I'm going to get this into the microwave in 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, that's just going to do that for 2 minutes, and we're going to be done with that. So meanwhile, I'm going to prep this pizza crust, or double tortilla pizza crust. Now I make this, I just wet one side of one of them, I lay it on top of each other, and then I kind of come along with my thumb and I mash the edge together, and then I do it in the center a little bit, just here and there, to kind of mash the tortillas together. It makes a nice thin crust pizza that's really kind of just right at the right thickness. Make sure it doesn't stick when I go to slide this off. Okay, let's get rid of that. Okay. In fact, I'm going to turn it over so there's a drier side there. I'll put the teriyaki sauce on this side. So I'm just going to use an off-the-shelf teriyaki. I love this stuff. It's really good. I'm going to use it like tomato sauce, but not quite as much. So it's going to be a very thin layer, about two tablespoons. That's it. It's just going to be this thin layer. I'm going to put the beef right on top, or BEF on top of that. And this is just really a flavor, which is really good, because this teriyaki is really good. So this should really be great, this teriyaki, beef teriyaki, oyster mushroom pizza. and a double tortilla. But it's a total experiment, so I've never put this particular one together before. So you see it's a very thin layer. You can see it's hardly anything there. But it's enough to get the flavor in there of teriyaki. Okay, put that aside. Okay, now we're just I'm gonna hand sprinkle this stuff around so it gets on here pretty even. And that's probably good right here, just making. The stuff is amazing. It has about 22 grams, I think it is, of protein per serving, which is really good. It's really amazing. Yeah, I have a little more here. It's about 4.5 servings per bag, but I'm not going to eat this whole pizza in one sitting. I'm probably going to eat half, and then I'm going to vacuum seal up what's left, and then be able to eat it piece or two here and there. So I'm going to get this nicely covered. I want quite a bit on here. It looks really good, and when that bakes, that's going to bake into the teriyaki real nice as well. Now again, you could, if you make this, you can really figure out how much you want on here. So I'm making this as a dinner. And it looks like a lot, but compared to, let's say, if you put pepperoni or sausage or anything else or meatballs, it's probably about the same amount. The meatballs, if you sliced them up, would be a little thicker and a little more condensed on there, or spread apart, but you would still get that same amount of beef. So I'm just going to do the onions now, and the cilantro now. It's all going to cook together. Just going to try and evenly get this cilantro all around. This will all bake in really nicely. Great. Okay, that should be ready in the microwave. Oh, perfect. Oh, that looks great. Okay, so we're going to take the zucchini and both this, I don't know how much of this I'm going to use, but I'll spread it around. I'm going to use all the mushrooms that are going on here. This is pretty hot. Okay. I wanted to do that now. I could have done it prior and just said here it is done, but I wanted to do it on camera just so you can get a kind of a feel for what this. And I have some veggies left over. I'll throw them in probably something tomorrow. And I just tried to get it even between the squash. Not much is left over, and the. Okay, that looks pretty good. Oh, it looks beautiful, actually. Now, if it just tastes as good as it looks, we'll have a masterpiece, right? Okay. Can you see that? Look at that. Beautiful. Okay. I'm going to slip this into the toaster oven, and it's going to be probably about 10 minutes, and it'll be out, and we'll see how the whole thing tastes once we cut it up and eat it. So I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Here it is. It smells pretty good, I have to admit. Not bad at all. I just have no idea how it's going to taste. Never used this stuff before, but it can't be all that bad, right? So I'm going to cut it up. You can see it's still steaming, beautiful. Came out really nice, even, nice toasted crust all the way around, perfect. I'm going to cut it up and give it a taste right here, right now. Okay. Excess off of there. Don't know really how hot it is because it looks hot. So let's see. Let's try it. Stands up nicely. Be great little party hors d'oeuvres too. We can even slice it again at another one. It's very good. Very good. You know what? I'm just going to put a little granulated garlic powder on here. I think really ought to spruce it up a bit. Let's see. One of my favorite little tools. Of course, I love garlic. Better. Very good. Wow. This is fantastic. Fast, easy, ton of protein, great combination. Really, really good. I like it. I would use it again. I'm FOODMAKER V. And remember, the best investment you can ever make is an investment in your health. I'll see you next time.